Welcome to A&B Jukebox Repair, your one-stop source for Rowe Jukebox repair service and replacement parts. My name is Bruce Wentworth, and I'll be your instructor today. Today's session is going to be on how to initialize your CDs once you reload your CDs, or if you have a bad CD, how to reinitialize your CDs when you put them in. So we're going to show you the three different methods of doing this. There's three different codes you're going to be aware of. The first one is going to be 30. And what does 30 stand for? It stands for a complete initialization. When you talk about a complete initialization, that's going to require about 30 minutes to go through the whole process. We normally don't use this method unless you've had all your CDs in for the first time. We always use what you call the individual initialization method, which is 3-1. Okay, 3-1. And that's when you want to load like one CD or 10 CDs at a time. You're going to use the 3-1 individual initialization code. Okay, and the last code you want to be aware of is the 3-3 code. And the 3-3 code is cancel initialization. So let's say you went to a full initialization and you forgot you left out a bunch of CDs. Well, what's going to happen is it's going to go to those empty spots. It's going to grab a CD, put it down, try to spin it for about 5 seconds, 6 seconds. It's going to pick it back up because there's no CD. Then it's going to do it a second time. It's designed to do it twice, and then it'll lock it out. It'll lock out that CD. So you'll have to go back and reinitialize that by the individual method later on when you put CDs in. We're going to go over to the control panel now, and we're going to show you the actual codes and what they look like on the display. So remember that you have the service switch. You have to be in service mode when you do this. So this is norm, this is service. So we're going to put in service, and you should show your service mode up there. You see that? Okay, so I'm just going to reach in and show you the three codes. So when you push 3 on the here, it's going to show you initialize. When you push 0, it's going to say full initialization. Okay? To get out of that, we're just going to hold reset and hit popular twice while you're holding it. That'll bring you back to service. The next code is 3-1. So we're going to hit 3. It's going to say initialize. And then you're going to hit 1. It's going to say program initialize. And there's 2 empty spaces. That's for the location of each CD you want to do. Okay? So now we're going to hold reset and hit popular twice, bring it back to service. The last one is going to be 3, which is going to say initialization. 3, and another 3 is going to say cancel initialization. And what you're going to do, whenever you put in one of these commands or to lock in a command, you always have to push popular afterwards. Popular is the key on your keypad that says popular or P. So we're going to hold reset down and bring it back to here. So right now, we've already got CDs in there. I'm going to show you the individual initialization way. So we got it in service mode. We're going to push in 3. It's going to say initialize. We're going to go 1, program initialize, 2 open spaces. So remember we put in CDs into, we're going to put positions 00 to position 8 in the even set numbers. So we're going to go 00. And when you put the number in, you see that it's filled into 2 lines. Now you hit popular. When you put non-popular, it disappears. So now you go to your next number. We're not going to take it out of this mode. We're going to leave it in program initialize, individual initialize. So I'm going to go to 02, popular. You see how it disappeared and you got the 2 lines again? So we're going to go 04, popular. 06, popular. 08, popular. Okay, so that's all the even numbers. Okay, so now we're going to take it out of service. Over here, service switch. You're going to put it back to norm, which is the play position. And then you're going to watch your mechanism. And it'll show you where it stops over here. It's up to 00. It's going to take the CD and it's going to spin it for about a couple seconds and then stop. Okay? Then it stops. That means it read it. If you ever see it spin and stop, spin and stop, that means it's not reading it. It means that either the CD is defective or you got a bad CD player. Spinning it for about 3 seconds and stops, and it's going to put it back. These are the even numbers that we did from 00 to 08. And if you mistakenly aligned one CD, you'll see that it won't grab it. It'll slide off. Okay, spin for a few seconds, and it's going to put it back. Again, we're in the norm play mode right now. That's after you did your initialization. It's going through the process of actually reading the CDs and initializing them to the computer. Okay, this is the last one for the even numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select a song and just see how it plays, okay? So I'm going to go up to the keypad now. I'm going to go to the O, which is the location, and the track I'll put in as track 2. And we're going to watch it, see if it plays. And remember, we balanced off the mech. We put in so many on the first in the even numbers, and then we went to the opposite side and did that. Okay, we're going to, now this button here, remember we said it's a scan button and a cancel button. Now it's a scan, it's a cancel because it's in the play position, norm position. But when it's in service, that changes to being a scan button. So we're going to stop, reset. So we're going to go back to the service switch now. Put in service. You see service on the mode. Remember that switch we did down here? Now it's a scan. See that? For loading your CDs. Okay, so now we're going to do this one more time. It's in service mode. Now we're going to go to the odd numbers. Remember the odd numbers? Let's rotate it around. Remember the odd numbers you did? 01, 03, and so on. So we're going to do those now. So we're going to go back to the initialization mode. We're going to choose is initialize individual CDs. So we're going to push 3, initialize, and we're going to hit 1, individual initialize, INIT, and there's 2 lines. So now we're going to do 01 for the opposite side, popular, 03, popular, 05, popular, 07, popular, and then 09, popular. Okay, now we're going to take it out of service, put it to norm, and now it should initialize the other side, the other CDs that we put in. This is 01. That's the last one. That makes the other 5 that's in the odd numbers. Okay, so right now we're going to go ahead and select that last CD was 09. I'm going to push 09 and then 02 for track. Should grab that CD and start playing it. Again, and this button now is a cancel button. It's not a scan because it's in the norm position. Okay. So now we're going to show you what it does when you select a song, select a CD that you don't have in there or that's a CD's bad. So we're going to select position number 25. We're going to put it in service. We're going to go back to the individual initialization. We're going to push 3, initialize, then 1, program initialize. We're going to go 2, 5, and popular. We're going to now take it out of service, put it to norm, and what it's going to do now, it's going to go to position 5. It's going to go through the motion of grabbing a CD, but there's no CD there. So what's it going to do? It's going to just make the motion, and it's going to, the CD player is going to spin. And if I show you the CD player, just see the laser going up and down. The laser's going up and down, but it can't read. It can't read the CD. So what's it going to do? It's going to reject, and it's going to do this one more time. And when it does it a second time, okay, in this case here, it didn't do it time. Let's go ahead and try this. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and see what happens when I select it. See if it selects it. See, it says not allowed. This is position 2.5, not allowed. This is what will happen to your CDs if you do what you call a full initialization and you don't have CDs in there. Then that's going to lock them all out. Then you got to go back and put CDs in those locations and reinitialize them. One other thing is the 3.3 code. Remember, if you did a full initialization and for some reason you didn't have all your CDs in and you want to cancel, you put it in service, you go 3.3, cancel initialization, and hit popular. See it blink? When that blinks, that means it took it. Then you take it out of service and it will stop. It will stop right after that CD. What I recommend you doing is this. First thing you want to make sure is when you put your CDs in, they're clean and you got them properly lined up with the front and back slots. The next thing you want to do is make sure your player has a clean lens on your, and you can use that same lens cleaner with a Q-tip, and you spray this on the Q-tip and you wipe the actual lens of your player before you actually play your CDs. Wipe it with the spray one end, wipe it with that lightly, and then do the dry end over what you just did. Now, if you do one CD and it doesn't read it because you have a bad player, now you only locked out one CD. But if you did a full initialization and you had a bad CD player, then you're going to have to get your player fixed first, repaired, and then you're going to have to reinitialize all your CDs again. They're all going to be locked out. So when you send the player in for me, and you have all your CDs locked out, you can either send us the computer and we can re-clear everything for you, and then do your player, or you can do it yourself by reinitializing all your CDs when you get your CD player back. Okay, so that's about it. That's what initializing your CDs is all about. That's the procedure that you use. And remember the 3 different codes you use: 3.0, 3.0 for full initialization, 3.1 for individual CDs initialization, and 3.3 for canceling your initialization. My name is Bruce Wentworth. It's been a pleasure having you here for this session. We'll hope you join us again for future sessions. From A&B Jukebox Repair. Goodbye.